Now I'm a 860 resident, that's where you find me, baby. Ain't nothing nice about your boy, you can come try me, baby. Land of the rich and it's home to the broke. I just spit for my people in these songs that I wrote. I was raised in Summer Hill, moved down the P block. So doubting our credibility's what you need, not. This where I learned to scuffle, where I got jumped a couple times, but it's all good. It made me who I am and I love it. We smoke and drink in public, we hustle hard like fuck it. We cause a lot of ruggeds, hop, come fences jumping. We got our own swag, got our own Diddy block. And me, they call me child of rebel, man, I kid you not, yeah.
Born and raised in Connecticut, man. Born and raised in Connecticut, man. Born and raised in Connecticut, man. Born and raised in Connecticut, man.
Yeah, it's Peezy, that's why they hating, baby. They old news, these other dudes, they wishing maybe that they can achieve the many things that done did one time, but they only getting wet dreams. We getting triple beams, or you done seen us stunting right around Middletown, smoking on a couple blunts and we leave the windows down. You scared? Well, I'm yelling fuck the cockpit while I ride around downtown. I got the fucking crown, everybody know my name, draft pick, CEO, I made this shit my game. That's where I'm born and raised and made my way to the top and turn these other rappers' sales to a straight flop. Now that's a damn shame. You should have thought twice before you talk shit. Now your career sitting on ice. Whoa, it's Peezy talking. I ain't been in the area. I would give you 16 for free. I usually charge 1,000.
Born and raised in Connecticut, man. Born and raised in Connecticut, man. Born and raised in Connecticut, man. Born and raised in Connecticut, man.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
In a world full of mundane podcasts, one show rises from the ashes. Critics are calling it outrageous. Podcasts, as we know it, will never be the same again.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Welcome to the show.
Tonight, prepare for an epic journey where every step could be your last. The destination, a place where no maps can show. The mission, to rise above the rest. The danger, unimaginable. The reward, a shit ton of weed and laughs. It's going to blow your mind. This is 2B Bloods. So sit back, turn up the volume, grab your weed, get ready to light those bloods.
That's right. You have tuned in to the highest podcast each and every Thursday. It is To Be Blunt, brought to you by the PartyCast Network, where the fun starts here, and of course, PodConX, the largest cannabis podcast network on earth. Check them out, PodConX.com. We are brought to you by the Happiest Hour. Make sure you check out happiesthour.com. Promo code Peezy for $6 off your order, and promo code Peezy5 for $5 off a companion pack from the Happiest Hour. Tonight we are joined in the main event from Sean of the CBG Gurus. Going down later on around 7:30. Make sure you stay tuned in for that. Also, we are going to be giving away this lovely Hemper Peanut Colada box. That's right. It'd be great for Lou. He just got back from vacation, so we should have just given this to you. The Peanut Colada box, and it's packed up. It's got a nice little Pina Colada cup bong, a little carrying case for your joints, wraps. You got all kinds of shit in here. Lighters, everything you can need. Smoker supply box. Shut up, Lou. I'm trying to do the intro, goddammit. Going down later on in a game we like to call Stupid Easy Trivia, going down later tonight. So make sure you stay tuned in for that. And of course, the chat's popping off. Lou's fired up already. We have Joanna live and from Facebook. Hi, fam. Rapid Dave live in the house. The motherfucking Donna Taylor. Harold White, Mike Donnelly. The Instagram popping. Jake the Salad Guy's live, so you know it's going to be a great show. I don't know. Audie, Viscadio 87, Booth Spotter, Crabgrass Medical. It's going down. Highest podcast around. It's 2-1. And that's how it's done. God damn it, got me all fucked up. Over here trying to do the intro. And you got me laughing like a motherfucker.
I gotta pick it up right.
Stumbling over my words like a blubbering fool over here. As he puts his glasses on, looks all studious now. I don't think I've ever seen you in your glasses, bro. You look very important.
Very Ted Kaczynski.
Ooh, I don't know who Ted Kaczynski is.
The Unabomber, I think.
Who the fuck is that?
It's kind of like if Ted Kaczynski and a sea captain had a baby.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Well, Jesus, how am I supposed to put that kind of analogy together if I don't even know?
Google, we have the technology.
Ted Kaczynski? How do I even spell that? Kaczynski.
Just spell it like you feel, man.
Spell it like I feel?
Spell it how you live.
What you're telling me, Lou, is that you look like this guy I'm looking at on my screen. I don't know, man. I'm not seeing the comparison here. Hold on. You know, maybe if you keep that up, that might be good. Let me see this. Hold on a second. I'm gonna flip my screen here. I'm gonna share the screen.
What is happening here?
Wait, I've got a visual.
What? If I grow my hair out a little bit.
You think you look like Ted Kaczynski? You know Kaczynski? Does he live in your park with you?
Oh yeah, it's my boy Kaczynski.
Dude.
Has someone told you that this is your doppelganger? Like, where's
a Unabomber? Is that his whole gimmick, yo?
I'm just proud I knew that.
Mike Donnelly says new radio network and everything falls off the rails already. Lou, I'm saying, dude, if that's who you think you look like, bro, I can tell you right now, that should be like a Tinder profile pic for you. You should roll up with this shit and be like, just in for an explosive good time.
Well, true story. True story. And this is a little serious. I used to work in an academic building where one of the Unabomber's bombs went off.
Oh shit.
What?
Yeah. One of his targets was a computer science professor at the university.
Oh wow.
And that was the building that I worked in at the time. Well, I didn't work in at the time that it happened, but years later.
Dude.
But yeah, I wasn't trying to be there for the main event,
Obviously not.
Yeah, I could do without.
Before the main event started. What are we seeing? I can't see what's on that screen.
Ted Kaczynski now. That was an old picture. He's really.
Are you saying that he aged
No,
more
I'm
like
not saying you
vinegar?
look like him now either.
Ted Kaczynski now. No way. That's not the same person. Yeah, maybe it is.
Here it is, the live audience.
It still kind of looks like Lou.
No, it does not.
Man, if I had the right wig, I could probably pull that off. Just throw the orange jumpsuit underneath, and then just throw like a cheap tweed sport coat over it. I can rock that.
Costume idea. Add that to the roster.
Add to the roster.
Narrowing down ideas.
Ooh, this is that compelling content, ladies and gentlemen. This is why you're here.
Yeah, you are here for this Ted Kaczynski. I don't know what I'm looking for in the word. So we're just gonna like the punch then. Ceremonial lady of the blood. You already know the deal. Grab your weed, grab your concentrates, grab your edibles, whatever you do to get high. Let's smoke it if you got it. King Palm loaded with some homegrown GMO. I get a fucking lighter that works. There we go. Of course, in the King Palm, shout out King Palm. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Mike Donnelly says, my dad was a letter carrier and was hoping to be the guy who delivered the package. What? What? Did I come out wrong? Am I just the only one that's reading this weirdly?
No, I don't think it came out wrong. I don't think it came out wrong. I think it's like some Black Mirror shit.
Jesus. What the fuck's going on around here, man?
I mean, you got to have hopes and dreams, right? And that was his dream. He wanted to give an assist to the Unabomber. He wanted to set up the alley-oop.
I don't know if you should have said that, Mike.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I even should have put that on the screen. That's kind of weird. Harold White says, didn't the Unabomber
limitations is probably up, though.
This is an interesting fact, though. Harold White says, didn't the Unabomber go nuts after participating in a psych study at Harvard? I don't know the details on that.
I don't know, man.
What do you know more about this? How are we talking about this still?
We turned this into a true crime documentary drama.
No, we should have a related question for the trivia.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's using your noodle.
Valley Chronic says best night of the week. Of course it is. Speaking of Unabombers, right? I'll tell you guys a story. I damn near fucking blew my fucking house up this past week.
The house that you just moved into.
The house that I just moved into. No fucking lie. So you guys, I know I've told the story on the air before a bunch of times. And literally in the past couple of weeks, I've been assaulted by all kinds of bugs. I had a spider in the garage. I had the bees and the flies and the mosquitoes flying into my car. Praying mantis stalking me all over the place. Like it's just honestly been fucking crazy, right? But I literally hit maybe a low in my life after what happened to me this past week. Coming into the studio to do some work for the show, and I popped the door open, and this is why I'm on edge right now here in the studio, because literally to the right of me here, there is a radiator on the floor, And sticking halfway out of the radiator was this spider. Now, I couldn't see the whole thing. I was a little bit shocked, needless to say, because the first half of his body was abnormally large. And I was like, okay, maybe this is something else. I don't know what this could be. Maybe it's like a beetle. I don't know what the fuck it was. So I get a little closer. I get a little closer, bro. No lie. And the fucking thing creeps out a little more. Now I'm staring dead ass in the motherfucking face. Me, mano y mano, with the motherfucking spider about this goddamn big. This goddamn big. And lo and behold, just like fucking Kristen said, motherfucking wolf spider. Oh, wolf spider is literally in the studio staring at me. It's the size of my palm. Size of my palm. It was the size of my palm, Kristen, okay? The size of my palm.
She's not a tarantula spider with the sack of baby.
Yo, Donna Taylor says, you should have called me. My tongs are always at the ready.
Wow, no, that spider was big.
Great tonguing them.
I think Donna will be proud of me. So I'm like, a regular stomp, right, on this giant size spider may or may not yield positive results, right? Now, I read on Google, as of course I'm staring at this thing, that these things don't spin webs. They're extremely fast on their feet. And that's how they attack their prey. Because
they just want to get to know you.
Right over to you, and then they attack and they bite. And they're not deadly, but they're venomous still, right? So I'm like, what am I gonna do? I got Crocs on. Now I'm not gonna anyone who knows me knows that I would definitely have Crocs on for this experience. So now I got my Crocs on. And I'm staring at this fucking spider. I'm like, hell fucking no. There's no goddamn way I'm gonna step on this thing, right? That's not even an option. Because what if I miss and then it attacks and then it crawls on me?
Into one of your little crockles.
Up my leg. And who knows where it could go after that? Listen, these possibilities are endless. It could have been extremely deadly, traumatic experience. So now I'm like, in my head, I'm like, well, what would Donna do?
I'm making bracelets. What would Donna do?
I go into my kitchen. I look at my utensils next to the stove, and I pull out this pair of tongs. And I give them a couple clicks, like I'm about to flip a burger on the grill. And I said, no fucking way. This is gonna work. There's no way this is gonna work. But I'm like, if the tongs wouldn't work, what else might Donna do? And then I thought to myself, I have a Dyson vacuum. Right, I got one of those Dyson vacuums, the cordless ones, the long with the stick. You know what I mean? And I'm like, all right, my plan is I'm going to take the vacuum and I'm gonna suck this bitch up. I go into my spare room.
They
and
like when you do that.
Yeah, I bet you they do. You know,
the spiders. I mean,
right? So I pulled the vacuum, but I can't find any of the attachments. Not even the long arm, not even a long piece with a little vacuum at the end. All I could find was the handlebar piece that just had a large hole at the end and a little place that catches everything. So I'm like, shit. I'm like, I don't have any way to aim at this fucking spider. All I have is this large open crevice that's gonna suck the air in, and hopefully I might be able to catch the spider. Okay. So I get the thing downstairs. I come back in here. Now the thing's halfway back in the radiator again. I'm like, well, fuck. So I give the fucking radiator a little tap, with the vacuum, click, 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 come on, bitch, come out.
They're summoning his friends.
And the thing
bell tolls.
And it comes out. And it comes out, crawls out real quick, stares at me. And then I'm like, all right, this is my moment. I have to get it now before it comes any closer my way. So I take the vacuum, I aim down at the floor, and I go to pull the trigger. And as soon as I pull the trigger, the goddamn spider starts to make a run for it. Okay? This quick motherfucker starts going down. I fucking take one step, lunge forward. I trip over the fucking cord to this stupid pink fucking light over here. I hit the floor. The spider's right here. And all I could do was make a reach for fucking desperation and pull the trigger.
Why?
It took a couple tries, but the fucking thing, dude, boom, stuck the fucking thing up right into the fucking tube. And I hold the trigger down for like 3 minutes straight. Now I'm just watching this thing, boom, 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 all around inside, the little catcher where all the dirt and shit goes. And I'm over and over and over watching this thing bounce around the inside of my vacuum. And I'm like, that's right, you son of a bitch. I fucking got you now. And dude, I go up the stairs. I'm holding the fucking trigger the whole time. I walk right outside to my deck. I put it over the railing. I pop the canister open and release the contents back to the wild. But I'll tell you what, that sumbitch was definitely concussed at the very least. At the very least, I gave a spider a concussion this week. I'm not even sure if I killed it or if it's going to come back now.
It's going to come back. It's pissed. It's bringing.
Yeah, you pissed it off now, man. You're in for it now.
And the worst part, I tried calling Orkin to come by and service my lawn. And they were like, no, we don't do that shit. We don't do spiders. I'm like, what? You don't do spiders?
You called in a spider cleanup?
I'm trying to call Orkin because I have.
Yeah, we got.
He's like, there's things.
They come over. Tell you this, but I got a spider on my lawn. If you think you might be able to come out here and.
I tried to explain that it wasn't just a spider. Okay, it was obviously some kind of teenage mutant ninja spider. Okay, because that motherfucker was huge, yo. Okay?
I want to note that I suggested putting a jar over it and like sliding a plate and then just running for the front door, but no,
that's way more
than across the floor.
You want me, okay, to put a jar successfully with only this wide of a hole in a spider that's this big, right? Over into a jar and then slide a paper plate underneath it?
In theory, yes.
No.
Like, no.
Mike says spider's gonna lay eggs in your eyes now.
Yeah, no. Don't even play with this bullshit right here, okay? Because I'll tell you right motherfucking now. If I don't sleep for the next week, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be pissed. I'm literally walking around the house, and I'm checking all the time, yo. My wife's like, why haven't you, like, ordered the fucking, the spray? Like, I guess Ortho makes, like, a home defense shit. Nope. You think I'm going to pull the trigger at that traumatic experience? Nope. Still sitting in the cart at Amazon. Just sitting there waiting for me to say, you're going to buy me, right? Nope. No. Same thing with Vegas. Can't make a goddamn decision on a fucking hotel. Can't make a goddamn decision on the spider poison I want. Well, fucking Libra, it sucks.
So, yeah, call it. Phone lines are open for your spider poison recommendations.
And apparently there's no recommendations.
If anyone knows how to kill wolf spiders, I'm open and all ears. 860-384-7110. 860-384-7110. I would love to, hear what
he means is he would love to hear your plans to return them safely to the wild. That's what he meant to say.
Oh, I would find it with an execution style. Okay, there's no need to go back to the wild. This thing can like straight up just get murdered. Michael Myers right up in this bitch and let's go. Like, I'm cool with that.
But didn't you ever get told that if you capture a wolf spider and then free it, it will protect you for the rest of its natural life?
No.
See, now you know.
No.
You get a little army of them. If you get like 2 or 3,
you get a little army of them.
Yeah, man.
No. I don't want the services of the spider army, or I wouldn't even want the services of the spider men, or any of them, any women, spider men, spider women. Like no.
Wow. No on the spider women.
I have to sit here for the whole fucking show and wonder, as I sat here and decided this morning I would wear my sandal Crocs instead of my full foot covered you know, Croc.
The informal Croc.
My feet are exposed here, and at any moment, this wolf spider can come crawling out of this radiator and attack me live on the air. I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
I need to rein this back in. Wait, so you have like oh my god, this is excellent. Okay, so you've got the regular Crocs, you've got the sandal Crocs. Do you have like the fuzzy lined Crocs? Like
my wife just got me a pair of the fuzzy lined Crocs. Actually, for me and my son, we both have now matching fuzzy lined Crocs that are actually probably sitting right here next to the door.
I really do love this.
Yep, I got the regular Crocs. I got the Croc bands. I got the weed Crocs. If you ever had those, I got the weed Crocs with all the weed leaves on them. I got Croc, slides. And I got I'm Croc life, baby. Croc life,
baby.
Yeah.
Sorry, I do the same thing with Birkenstocks.
Croc world order over here. Like I don't give a shit. I am all about this shit. Donna Taylor says, "Have you seen the Crocs that?"
Oh my god.
Is that even English? I'm trying to figure this out. Have you seen the Crocs with the cowboy boots? What kind of Crocs?
They're a thing. We're getting them for him because I can think of nothing better than Peezy and cowboy boot Crocs.
If I have to be Woody from Toy Story, I would rather go out in cowboy Crocs than an actual cowboy boot. All right, because I'm sure
there's a snake in my Crocs.
There's a motherfucking snake in my motherfucking Crocs. Harold White says, spiders in my house are nice guys. They just had to make it clear if they go to my bed or shower, they die. I haven't killed one in a long time. He's got
fair though. Bed is no. And the shower is a no. Yeah, no, I support this.
You can't block what happens once your eyes are closed and you're asleep. That's what frightens me. It'll keep me up for hours. I'll think about it. I have no
statistic.
Yes. No. Well, let me think about this real quick. And now I do.
You eat a lot of them. What is it, like 7 a year or something?
Excuse me?
It sounds like you need one of those like Michael Jackson sleep chambers, like the hyperbaric chamber to sleep in.
No, if it's good enough for the king of pop, it's good enough for me, baby. I don't.
Yeah.
Let's
that
go.
way nothing will mess with you. You'll be in there like Snow White.
Yo, I'll get like the shiny glove and I'll whack fucking spiders and shit with it. You like, pow, straight up, like, oh, pow. I just need it. Walk over the motherfucking spiders, and this dude, like, that would definitely, I'd be cool with this, yo.
The long lost youngest brother, Peezy Jackson. Right here.
Oh,
right. Call him PJ for sure.
Can you moonwalk?
The king of pot, the PJ. Wait a second, yo. Do you think we could dude? What if I became like the king of pot and I just remixed all of Michael Jackson's songs and made them weed songs, dude?
All right, Billie Jean has got to be on the list.
The charity covers album. Yeah, that's what it is. There you go. There's your idea.
Dude, I mean, have you ever
the notepad?
Have you ever seen? All right, I'm gonna bring something out here. All right, I know CBG gurus are in the background waiting, but listen, have you ever heard of Michael Trapson? Okay, Michael Trapson is an artist from the Midwest. He is a dude who makes like rap music as if he's Michael Jackson, and it's fucking hilarious. But he's also done a couple of like funny remixes for like Instagram and shit. I just want to give you I just want to play like a little preview here. You got to see this, yo. Wait a second. He's trying to just like whiz. Wait a second, it gets good. This is exclusive. You guys, if you haven't seen this is game changing shit. I love this shit.
Oh my
It got so much better. Wait for this.
Well, your girl is just a stoner. I like when up the dog get boogie down. It's a really groovy feeling.
You got like the whole 80s thing going too right now. I love it.
We get high, cheating every day. Just get crazy.
And he sounds great, by the way. He sounds
And he has the moves down too.
Let's enjoy yourself. Let the madness in the music get to you. Life ain't so bad at all. You spoke it out the bar.
And this is like it gets even better. Wait.
Oh my god.
The people love it. They've spoken. This is catchy. He said sour. Yo. I don't mess with Reggie. Because it's time for you. I can't. I'll just wait till the chorus. Then we'll still stop. We'll take a break and let this play. When we come back, the CBG Gurus don't go anywhere.
Love is my message.
Grab your weed. It's time to roll up. It's To Be Blunt with Peezy.
Wow. To be blunt, we are back. Is that not like the greatest thing you've ever seen, though?
Pretty awesome.
I don't think I've ever
seen
as that. That was a highlight for my day today, I've got to say.
That song stuck in my head all night now, which isn't a bad thing.
Don't smoke some love. Don't stop till you smoke enough. Literally, whoever wrote that is genius, dude. Absolutely motherfucking genius. Hey, I honestly am just jealous I didn't come up with the idea myself. But we have a guest in the building, which I'm super excited for. You might know him as from the CBG, I almost said CBD, but it's CBG Gurus on Instagram. My man Sean joining us live. What's up, dude?
Hey. Can y'all hear me?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you great.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, tuning in from Harwinton. I've been busy on the farm all day. We've been harvesting for the past over a month now. but we've moved on to our fresh frozen harvesting stages, and we harvested basically the last of the nug, yesterday. Couple of plants out there, but just some miscellaneous things.
I just want to all right. Lou had brought up earlier today about some fresh frozen, and this is a term that I know nothing about, and I would love for you to tell me more. What is the fresh frozen that you speak of?
Sure. So in general, fresh frozen nug, basically you don't dry it. You harvest your branches and chop all the nugs off. Everybody does it kind of differently. We actually have a nice bucking machine that you kind of feed the branches into, and it pops all the nugs off as it pulls the branch through. And then you don't have to dry. That's why it's called fresh frozen. So you just take the nug. Most people put it in like turkey bags and toss it right in the freezer.
In the freezer. This is something I have never heard of in my life, yo. Fresh frozen weed, yo. What? What? Chris,
yeah.
This?
Only because he explained it to me when he came by the store a couple weeks ago. So honestly, only through Sean, but yes.
Oh, all right. Lou, you're a fan of the fresh frozen buds?
Well, I'm a fan of what becomes of them.
Tell me more about this.
Sure, yeah. So here on the farm, to prioritize the quality of kind of everything that we're doing, we harvest all of our tops for smokable flower. So we just go through, top everything. Y'all know that's where the biggest, fattest, nicest nugs are. Always. So we harvest all those, fill up our drying space. That also optimizes the drying space and the use of it. And then we let the bottom nugs kind of mature a little bit longer, and then go back through and take out all the plants for fresh frozen, put all the nugs in the freezer. And then here on the farm, we do ice water extraction. So I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
No, more about this. You have a whole old natural way of doing this shit. I'm so intrigued right now. Tell me about
so ice water extraction. Basically, the idea behind ice water extraction is to separate the trichomes from the rest of the flower material.
Oh, so you're making basically.
Yeah, we're making bubble hash. Yeah.
Okay. That's what Lou's drooling over earlier today. The bubble hash. All right. Now I'm understanding a little bit more. Just a good question, because you are the CBG Guru, or one of our viewers asked, is CBG flower? So most people are familiar with CBG, maybe not CBG so much. Maybe we could speak about that a little more before we start going on.
I will give you the spiel that I give everybody, because that is the main question that we get, when we're out vending or whatever. What is CBG?
I want to hear it.
I like to say that CBG is similar to CBD in that it's another non-intoxicating cannabinoid. But here at the CBG Gurus, we like to say CBG has more of an aware, uplifting focus type of effect, a little bit more of an energizing and cerebral type of effect, compared to CBD, which most people find more relaxing, soothing, tranquil, more in the body, more chill. So generally, we say that CBG is great for daytime use, and then CBD is a little bit better for evening and nighttime use. Medicinally, a lot of people use CBG for similar reasons. They would use CBD inflammation and pain management, stress and anxiety, but we prefer it for the daytime because it has a little bit more of that energizing component to it. And then some unique medicinal potential that CBG has is it's said to be a neuroprotectant. So we like to say, it's not going to stop or reverse neurodegeneration, but it could, slow it down or prevent against it. And then we've also gotten some feedback from some customers who say the CBG is really great for their GI problems, like IBS or acid reflux, stuff like that. Yeah, apparently I learned kind of recently, always learning things, but apparently there's a lot of CB1 receptors in like your gut tract and your microbiome. So yeah, as they say, pain and neuropathy, CBG, because of its unique molecular structure, can actually interact and bind directly with both the CB1 and the CB2 receptors in our endocannabinoid system, compared to CBD, where its medicinal potential is mostly attributed to indirect interactions, mainly with the CB2 receptor.
Oh, that's very interesting because I think CBG is, and a lot of people have not really heard of it before, including myself. Honestly, it's new for me also, CBG. So I find this very fascinating. I've always been very familiar with CBD, but you don't really hear a lot of people talking about CBG. So the question really is, what made you choose that path to go down to start, focusing on CBG stuff as opposed to something
that's
more known?
Definitely. That's honestly kind of the exact reason why we did that. So we hadn't heard too much about it either. I actually personally I got my my degree in medicinal plant chemistry from Northern Michigan University. So shout out to Northern. And then kind of recruited my best friend from high school, after we both graduated, to kind of start up this business. And we have been, longtime cannabis connoisseurs. So we hadn't really heard too much about CBG either. And we ended up buying some. I don't know, we bought like an ounce online or something probably. And we were both like stone cold sober when we tried it for the first time, just packed the bong full of CBG. And after smoking the bong, we, kind of looked at each other and we were both like, definitely not stoned, but definitely not sober. Like feeling good, it's a really good vibe. And I like to say also that CBG is a little bit more psychoactive than CBD. I think because it does interact with your CB1 receptors, like all over your brain. It's a little bit more psychoactive, kind of like caffeine is psychoactive. People oftentimes say that CBG or, CBD even is not psychoactive, but that's false. They are, at least CBG, especially for me personally, is psychoactive, but non-intoxicating. Those are two different terms that are kind of important to understand, the differences. A lot of people say, hemp is not psychoactive, but that's false. It's non-intoxicating.
Aha. Well, there's a difference, obviously.
Right, yeah. Well, a lot of things are psychoactive, some things in chocolate are psychoactive. Like so.
Have any of you guys tried CBG before?
Kristen has.
I have. Your flower is good too. I've tried oh my gosh, the grape
the grape soda actually is our CBD flower because we do both, we got.
And then what was the other one you gave? I'm so bad with the
Janet's G. CBG is our main smokable CBG flower and pre-roll variety right now. So.
Yep, I tried both of those, and that's really good flower.
Yeah, really? Here, we really like to combine our, THC flower with our hemp flower. So during the daytime, because we enjoy smoking and can't be like super duper stoned all the time, especially when you have like to be productive. So during the daytime, generally we will, mix our THC flower like 1-to-1 with some CBG flower. I like to say the THC mixed with CBG creates a little bit more of like a grounded, focused, energized type high, like a little bit more of a productive high. And then after a long day of farming, we like to smoke down at night and we like to mix CBD in oftentimes at night because I like to say CBD flower or in general mixed with THC really enhances the body high and creates a really relaxing type of effect. And especially because of how we farm and do everything around here, you know, our flower has a lot of terps. Last year, our grape soda CBD tested at like 3.4% terps. So that's a lot. Adding that to your smoke is only gonna increase, you know, the niceness of the smoke. You know, I like to think of all the different cannabinoids and everything kind of as like different tools in a toolbox. So, you know, sometimes you're trying to get faded and maybe then you'll just like take a dab, but like oftentimes you're just like trying to smoke and like either chill or like be productive. So like you got different tools and you can kind of combine them together however you want.
I'm like I just like to make a big salad because I never know what I want, and everyone knows I can't make a fucking decision. So I would just probably put THC, the CBD, and the CBG all just mixed together and say fuck it, and you know, see what happens.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell me more about the farm, man. How long have you guys been growing for?
So last year was our first summer season farming. You know, we both basically graduated in the spring, and then kind of I moved back home, hit the ground running because of COVID. My business partner, Jake Honig, shout out to Jake, had to was like staying home basically. He went to college in DC, so he was staying home basically for senior year of college. So he got to do some things around here to kind of get the farm infrastructure a little bit prepped while I was still you know, at school in Michigan. And I kind of like went through the whole thought process of like more or less everything I thought we needed to do to get the first season, you know, going. Because the farm is on my parents' house. Shout out to my parents. So I grew up on 13 acres.
Wait a second. Let's rewind a little bit. Your farm is at your parents' house.
Yes, sir. I grew up on 13 acres in Harwinton. And my dad's been mowing the lawn for like 15 years, you know, so the more hemp I grow, the less lawn there is to mow.
That's a good way to put it. Dude, that's fucking awesome that they're like, yeah, sure, go ahead. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is awesome. They were not super about the cannabis for a long time, but I think my degree and kind of the plan that I came up with proved that it was like a viable option. And like for me, it was like I'm either gonna go do this for somebody else or try and build my own thing. So
yeah, I hear you. Lucy says CBG helped my uncle tremendously with his cancer. It helped him so much. So I guess you're like you said, it's a lot of medicinal qualities with the CBG. That's awesome. But she also wants to know, how do we get your products? Since she's super late to the show tonight.
Yeah, definitely. So we do have a website with an online store. We can ship to all 50 states, and we have a little bit of information on the website too. Our website, just to put out there first before talking more, yeah, the CBGGurus.com. That's us. So we took quite a bit of time to develop the website. We got some info under About Us. If you go there, we kind of do solventless extraction here. So there's some info about that on there.
Wow.
You know, why CBG underneath About Us is all about CBG. And then solventless extraction is all about solventless extraction. This is kind of like the in-depth explanation that I wrote up, kind of pretty scientific.
Check them out. Definitely the CBDGurus.com. Check the
CBG,
website.
baby.
You guys got what I say? Did I say it wrong?
That's CBG Gurus.
What'd I say?
I don't know. I think you might have said that. Maybe I misheard.
Lou's laughing. Lou, what'd I say? Did I fuck it up?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm over here yelling on mute. Yes, correct him. It is the CBG Guru.
The CBG Guru.
I'm over here waving my hands, yelling on mute. So that makes it even better.
Gurus plural.
Gurus plural. That's right. Good. You guys have any questions for Sean?
There's a ton of research and stuff up there too. Also, I took a lot of time to find like over 50 published scholarly articles and put all the abstracts and everything up there. So, you know, you're not really supposed to like make claims in the hemp industry about what things do. So we don't really have any claims on the website. You know, we're clean. We got all our COAs and stuff up there. But there's a ton of research and a ton of news about cannabis and stuff like that too. So we're busy around here, so we got to get a little bit better at like blog posting and stuff like that, you know. But
It's hard.
Yeah, for sure.
It's hard.
But yeah, I'll take any questions if anybody has any questions.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know. I know you did like the fair circuit recently. What your experience was like? You know, were people receptive generally? Like, what did you observe while you were doing all that?
Definitely, it was very, very interesting to get out there and talk to a lot of people. Because we've been doing events all summer. You know, as stated, last year was our first year farming, so this year was our first year vending while farming. We ran 600 plants on half an acre this year. Our farm is USDA certified organic. We do no-till permaculture. I could come back and talk about that another day, maybe. But, so getting out and selling things has been very interesting. We have our table set up with a huge tapestry with cannabis leaves all over it. That is like our tablecloth, basically. So it's pretty obvious the type of things we might be selling, and we just kind of put that out front. And kind of the theory behind that was everybody who's like really not about it will just kind of walk by and not bother us. And if people are about it, it will get your attention and you'll come over and talk to us. So we haven't really gotten haggled like too many times, you know, like maybe once or twice. But people are normally pretty cool. And I mean, sometimes, you know, people are like, are you selling weed? And it's like, no, but like, have you ever heard about CBG before? So that's the other thing. We got our big banner, you know, it says the CBG Guru. So if people be checking it out, they're oftentimes, again, they come over and they say, what's CBG? So that kind of gets them maybe hooked, gets their attention to the table, and then we can, you know, at least educate people. If people are walking by and they're like murmuring between each other, and I'm like, you know, like, come over here and talk to me. Like, I haggle people. I give them a hard time. I'm like, I can tell you all about CBG. Like, I know your homie doesn't know nothing about it. Like, anything, you know, I just want to talk about it. So that's a big thing for me and for us, definitely, is, you know, educate the people. Nobody knows about CBG. So even if, like, you don't want to buy something, like, maybe your grandma's on CBD and like it makes her too tired during the daytime. Like, all right, like, grandma, try some CBG. I heard about it at the fair recently, you know? So, and just to get the knowledge out there about kind of everything. So,
yeah, Mr. James Smith on YouTube asked, do you practice regenerative farming?
Yeah, so we like to say no-till regenerative permaculture. You know, obviously everybody kind of sometimes maybe has their own definitions for those words. But here we had to basically decide between buying a tractor and a hash lab. So we make hash. And just like,
for a second, he's like, wait a second, what's it gonna be?
Come on, hash lab.
So yeah, in that decision, and just like in general with like looking into farming and how I wanted to farm, you know, like I said before, this land had never been farmed. So it's not like we had a tractor and a tiller and it's been being tilled this whole past time, whatever. It was just grassland. So basically what we did and are in the process of doing to transform more land is we collect up cardboard, a lot of it. And then I've hit up all the local arborists, and we've got some connects now who stop by every now and then again and give us all their wood chips. So basically to transform the grass into grow space, we put down cardboard and about like 8 inches of wood chips, at least normally. And the first year we spread all of that with my brother's pickup truck and garbage cans and pitchforks.
Oh my God.
And our rows the first year were 6 feet wide and 150 feet long. We had 12 of them. We ran like 400 plants.
Oh wow! Now you got 600.
So this year, basically, we filled in. The first year we had 6 foot wide rows and then 6 foot wide grass. So this past year we went back and filled in all the grass space just to make one big wood chip square. And we ran 20 rows this year. Thank God, happy neighbor let us borrow his skid steer, so we spread wood chips a lot faster. That was super helpful. And then in terms of other like regenerative ideals. You know, we do Korean natural farming. Again, I could come back and talk about that like by itself for another day. But we spread a lot of microbes, and sometimes, you know, collect a lot of our own, you know, native microbes, make a lot of our own ferments here in house. Trying to maybe sell some of that stuff soon. And another cool thing that we did that's super unique is we inoculated all of those wood chips that we spread with mycelium, like with fungal spores, different mushroom varieties. So
wow.
The first year we tried 4 different varieties of oysters, and then we got some wine caps too. I want to try another type of oyster that I think might do a little better. The wine caps are doing really well. But you can literally see some places in the wood chips, it's a mat of mycelium. Like it's like this thick, and it's just wood chips, but it's white mat of mycelium. So it's crazy. And like you step on the wood chips and it's super spongy. We ran daikon radish and field peas and clover as cover crop this year. So we're still like dialing our system, you know, but we're definitely trying to do it regeneratively.
I'm so intrigued because we've had like some growers come on before, but no one has taken this level of I don't know what the word I would say to this, the intensity when it comes to like your soil, what you're using. Like it's a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work. You're not just buying a bag of shit and throwing it down and planting your seed. You know what I mean? You're literally creating like this life for it to grow in. It's incredible. It's nuts, man. I would love next time we get you on to get like a tour of the farm, because that would be dope.
Cool, yeah, that would be cool. We have some radishes out there that are probably the size of my leg. So,
how about a live show
from the farm?
Yeah, live.
Dude, that would be dope.
Live from the farm. We can maybe do that. I have to talk to Jake, but
you have Wi-Fi? That's a real question.
We have Wi-Fi. I'm on the Wi-Fi right now, so apparently it's working decently.
Yeah.
Lou, I like your idea, man. That could be cool. Live from the farm.
People would love to see it, I think.
Yeah, those pictures.
Yeah, if not this year, then definitely some other point. Because, like I said, we just kind of finished chopping everything, you know. So the field is in its remains, but we're in the process of turning all our fresh frozen into hash, and our drying room is currently being emptied. All the flour is entering its curing stage, because we actually do that around here. Even though we're a hemp farm, we like to smoke, and we like to smoke good shit. So we don't barn dry. We don't like do any of that. We take our
no repurposed wood.
I learned how to grow weed. You know, I didn't learn how to grow like corn or nothing. So I treat everything around here like it's high quality cannabis.
Well, you could grow corn if you wanted to.
Yeah, we might have to rotate crops at some point, being USDA certified organic. So I kind of want to argue with them and do some research out here as to how much crop rotation really affects soil health, especially in the system that I'm trying to build here.
Right. Which
we might have to grow some peppers or something at some point.
Because I don't think anything else is doing it like you are right now. I don't know anybody who's doing that like that. So I feel like what you're doing is completely original. It's so cool to hear.
Yeah.
That up, man. Like that's sick. James Smith wants to know is the CBG is the hash CBG?
We do make some CBG hash. So hash, ice water extraction, it's a solventless process. It's considered to be a solventless mechanical extraction. So there's no point ever for THC remediation. So most of the hash that we make here is used in our edible products, because in that process, the THC gets diluted down to a level that's legal to sell as a hemp product, whereas some of the raw hash has like over 1% THC, so can't be selling that as a hemp product. But in the edible process, it gets diluted. But we do sell some smokable CBG bubble hash, because one particular variety that we grow was bred to make no THC at all. So the flower tests at 0%. And then when we go ahead and do the extraction, the bubble hash also tests at 0%. THC without any remediation, but it's got like 60% CBG. So that I like to top bowls with. I'm a big bong smoker, so I'll pack my bong like most of the way, take a scoop or two of that, put it on top.
Me too.
Put another sprinkle over the top, and that's how we like to do it. It is also like semi-dabbable. You know, it's not super melty by itself because the CBG has a higher melting point, but I like to coat dabs in it sometimes. So I like take a dab on my little whatever, and then just dunk it in there. Or sometimes we got a PuffCo here, so sometimes I'll like load a little bit of like wax in the PuffCo and then a little bit of the bubble hash too, and it melts together pretty nicely.
I'm gonna have to try this that Lou seems to be like literally like over there for, because if he thinks
I can't wait, man.
I definitely gotta check that shit out, man.
So you mentioned,
we just posted the other day. I don't know if you can pull it up on here. You probably can with your technology skills. We posted the other day on Instagram a whole reel that I made making hash. It like, you know, it's not dried, but it kind of is a quick little few clips here and there throughout the hash making process.
But is it like the newest one I see here with the water?
The most recent one, yeah.
Check this out. Oh shit. That ball grip got me.
This is so fancy. Look at us with our technology.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the Osprey. I don't know if you can play with audio or not. It's original audio, so you should be able to. It's
shit. If I knew that, I would have just hit the damn button.
Yeah.
Drop it.
Oh shit, Lou. Look at his eyes. The man possessed. That was good. Damn, yo.
That's how we wash. We put the fresh frozen flour in there, gets spun around, comes out that drain. We collect the hash. You know, we do a couple cycles, and then it goes on to the freeze dryer tray, which goes into the freezer and then gets freeze dried and then sifted. And then we sell it or use it for our tinctures and other edibles.
I wish I took a screenshot of Lou's face when you were that video, because
man, I would love to pick your brain about the
so many memes right now off that.
I got you.
His brain. Pick the brain.
Great.
Pulling out screenshots later. Come on now.
I would love to pick your brain sometime about the build out for the lab. That's
well, you could probably come see it sometime and then pick my brain. Definitely.
Yeah, that'll work.
I would love a field trip, you know, a whole podcast field trip. I'd
love to know more about your genetics too. I got so many questions.
We're working on that.
If you have questions, we have time if you want to ask more questions.
Yeah, last year genetics. I mean, last year we ran 4 varieties, 2 CBG, 2 CBD. I didn't want to overdo it. It was my first time ever really growing outside. First time ever really growing more than like a couple tenths worth. So 4 varieties the first year. That's what we're working with like right now, basically. And then we're in the process of harvesting everything from this year. Last year, our CBG hashed like twice as good as our CBD and tested like twice as potent. And then, so that's why this year we decided to do a little bit more of like a pheno hunt, and I want to start to like get somewhat of a genetic library.
Nice.
So last year we had to like sign sales contracts, and we weren't really allowed to take cuts or any of that because hemp is treated like big ag sometimes. Right. So like whatever. So this year I spent a lot more time, you know, we spent some more money on seeds, smaller seed packs, got them from like pretty small breeders, mainly like shout out Hoku Seed Company and High Alpine Genetics. They got some fire, like type 1, type 2, type 3, everything basically, super good breeders, everything like ran super nice this year. So we ran 18 varieties, some other companies in there too, but 18 varieties to kind of pheno hunt, see what does good in our system, in our environment. And then, you know, hopefully we're hunting for a CBD hasher, you know, like a lot of say CBD doesn't hash super good. And it might hash a little bit better dry, but I know the quality would be worse of the hash. And like also right now, we just don't have the capacity to dry 600 plants worth the way that I want to.
Sounds like a fun hunt, though. Sounds like
yeah, definitely. So
sure.
I think we ran like 12 CBD varieties this year. As little as like 10 plants of some of them, just to get some a tiny little bit of smokable flower. We might do some like limited edition pre-rolls or something, a couple hundred to like drop or whatever, and then some flower to try ourselves, see how we like to smoke, and then enough to do at least a small wash to see how it yields and what we want to run in the future. I took some cuts this year, so we've got some nice cuts of like some of my favorite phenos, of some things that were in the field this year. So hopefully, over the winter time, I'll be able to raise up some nice mothers and get us a bunch of cuts for next year. And I want to look into selling cuts, but the state kind of told me I couldn't. So we'll see about that. I want to argue that too with them.
Why? What was the reason for that? I gotta ask.
I was told the last time the Department of Agriculture was here that if I wanted to like take cuttings, I needed to have like COAs of the finished flower that I was planning on taking cuts of, and I was only allowed to sell cuts to licensed hemp farmers.
Okay.
Yeah, so my response to that was, okay, but next summer, starting in July, everybody in the state of Connecticut is allowed to have 6 cannabis plants. So what's stopping them from having 1 to 6 of those plants be hemp plants, whether it's CBD, CBG, whatever, hemp plants. And then at that point, they should be able to source their hemp plants from their local hemp farmer who knows the genetics are going to perform well, and like they'll be able to get a cut instead of starting some rando seeds. And like, believe me, I know like most of the hemp seeds out there, it's like you want to buy 1,000 because that's the MOQ. Like, so it just that would be good here. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me either. It was a plan of mine, like in expansion of this business, to try and hook up at least like all the local nurseries, with like 10, 20 clones that people could buy and grow because it would be legal,
So I want to make sure that I heard you correctly on what you said earlier. So you're doing, for your edibles, you're doing obviously you said all your extraction is in-house, solventless, and you're doing your own infusing for those as well?
Yeah, so in order to make the tincture, which I wanted to do in-house, we use organic MCT coconut oil as our base. And then the tincture is infused just with bubble hash. In order to make the tincture, we had to get our food manufacturing establishment license. So, not only do we have our hemp processor license, which allows us to grow it, and then we have our hemp manufacturer's license, which allows us to do the extraction. But on top of the extraction, if you want to do anything with the extract, you have to get another license, depending on what you want to do. So we're a licensed food manufacturing establishment. If we wanted to do topicals in-house, we'd need another license. If we wanted to sell legally beverages large scale or make them in-house, whatever, that's another license. If we want to make carts, that's another license. So we have our food manufacturing establishment license to make the tinctures. We do that in-house, and then we do most of the edibles in-house. And the only thing we outsource for right now is gummies, because I tasted some gummies that were the best gummies I've ever tasted, and I didn't want to figure out how to make better tasting gummies. So I asked the guy if he could make our gummies.
That's a hard thing to do. What was that, Kristen?
I said, why reinvent the wheel? Like you just said, it was like the best tasting ones ever. Why try to reinvent the recipe?
Right.
I agree. Like I said, I think it's the most difficult edible to make of anything.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely.
I've tried. It's a disaster, and it's so messy.
with multiple licenses, though, that's brutal. And I'm like sitting here nodding. You're like, and there's this license, and there's that license.
Yeah, and so some more bullshit, just because I guess I'm low-key ranting, but
Wow, off, dude.
informing the people what it takes to be a hemp farmer.
Pain in the ass.
We're also certified organic, so we're certified by the USDA. And the USDA doesn't actually do the certifications. We got our certification through Bay State Organic. They're cool people. They're out of Mass, like super nice. But they like follow the USDA rules, which kind of says that you're not supposed to certify any like ingestible products. So here at our farm, our flour, along with the mushrooms, our flour is the only thing that's able to be USDA certified organic with the USDA, stamp on the seal, because that's the only thing they allow us to get certified. And then all the other products just say, made with certified organic flour. And because of that, and because we wanted to really emphasize what we're trying to do here, who knows if we'll continue in the future, but we also got our Clean Green cannabis certification. I don't know if y'all have heard of that, but Clean Green is kind of like an organic certifier that goes around to cannabis operations, whether it be weed or hemp, and certifies them, at a certain set of standards. And because it's a cannabis certification, we're allowed to put that seal, on all of our products, our pre-rolls, our tincture, any edibles, we're allowed to say we're Clean Green certified. So I know sometimes it's just like a marketing thing. People look for those stupid little emblems. So it just
people also want to know that the shit we're getting is organic and clean. I mean, that's important, especially in 2022. I mean, that's like the whole thing. Everyone's all about that shit. So
I'm still hung up on.
That's important. I think that those things matter to a lot of people. Things like that. Like I gravitate towards things like that. I don't find it stupid. First of all, I appreciate that a lot of time and effort and energy and doing shit the right way went into attaining those certifications, right? Like you put a lot of time and energy into getting that. So I appreciate
40 pages of paperwork for USDA.
Clean
Green was like, oh, you're USDA? Like, that's basically good.
Get yourself the whatever. I don't know. You're right. People do like that sort of thing. And it just shows that you're going the extra mile to do this shit the right way. So
I just think it's amazing that you have a tincture that the end to end of the entire process is in-house, from the soil to, what you walk away with.
Soil to oil, as they say.
Yeah.
Soil to oil. I like that. That's dope.
I don't know of a whole lot of that going on, in someone else is always either doing the extraction or some piece of the process, but that to me is really intriguing. That's super cool.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. And I mean, doing what we're doing, I just almost wasn't comfortable with sending shit away. Originally we looked into supercritical CO2 extraction, and we got quoted at $180 or so a pound, and that was just ridiculous. And the guy literally told us, as young entrepreneurs, he's like, you should just figure out how to do it yourself. And I was like, all right. So the hash lab was born. So and then after making hash, people don't work with bubble hash, especially hemp bubble hash, and it behaves a little bit differently. So in making the tincture and all the steps that go into that, we did some R&D. Definitely, there was jars that were not viable, for me personally to want to sell tincture, and I just wouldn't want to send bubble hash away to be put into anything where somebody just has not worked with, they're just gonna mess it up, So anybody who is touching our stuff, it's I have a personal relationship with them, or I have talked to, for topicals, we'll see kind of what happens there. I have a couple of companies in mind that use really good inputs and good formulas and stuff like that. But, if there's hash going into that topical, we're definitely going to talk about the SOP that they're using and what oil and like how it's getting in there. You know, like I'm big on it being the best, but also it being like what it actually is advertised as. You know, so.
Well, Sean, listen, hey, thank you for coming on this show, man. You gave us a lot more time than was expected, and I love that because I feel like we could have just kept going.
I'm a talker. So I gotta come back, you know.
You're gonna have to come back soon, man. We'll have to continue this because I have so many more questions I want to ask. But we have a huge giveaway we got to do before the show's over, and I just want to say thank you. Check out the CBG Gurus on IG right up on the screen or the CBGGurus.com. My man, Sean, appreciate you coming on, brother.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. And maybe I'll see you on the farm soon. If not, I'll definitely see you on the podcast again sometime soon.
Hell yeah. We're coming. We're coming.
Right on, man.
Farm, man.
Thanks for hanging with us.
No, dude, that was amazing.
I learned so much from him. Like when he stopped on, yeah, no, he's good. He's beyond good.
I learned so much in that short period of time. I'm just blown away. CBG Guru is awesome guest. I loved it. Definitely, I can't wait to check them out. We have to go to the farm. We gotta go check it out.
Yeah, I want to go.
Definitely got to do a group trip because.
And I have smoked his flower. It's very good. Like it definitely is good. So. Yeah.
I've never even had CBG flower, so I'm totally intrigued by this too.
Well, I was totally like pulled in because he was saying like the same, like, you know, he smokes bong hits and I'm like a bong gal, so I was like, all right, like talk to me about this whole like adding the CBG to the, but like I love it, so I like added a little bit to the bong hit. Now it's like good. It's really good. It like adds a different flavor to it. I think you save a little bit on your bead. I don't know. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
I might have to go lose weight and do the bubble hash because that right there is like, whoo, man.
Let's go. Let's get some.
I had bubble hash and I couldn't even tell you how long, bro. And watching your face light up made me
like a little kid on Christmas morning. You're like,
yeah, how much I miss it.
I've never been happier that someone decided not to buy a tractor.
That's fucking great. CBG is legit. Definitely helps my stomach. I love that. I love to hear that. I love that the listeners know more about it than I do.
I love learning new shit. I say all the time, you got to be like a sponge. You know what I mean? It's like I don't want to ever feel like I know everything. I love learning new shit. So,
well, we learned a fucking lot today, and I just want to send a big thank you to the CBG Gurus. Lou, you got anything for us before we do this big giveaway today?
Oh no, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how it goes, man. I've been waiting for this.
I honestly, this is always one of my favorite games. You know, it's brand new, and it was brand new, but it's so good. It's so easy. It's so easy for the guys, for the listeners, to call in and win. So easy. It's stupid easy. We literally call it stupid easy trivia. And what we're giving away today, thanks and courtesy to HemperCo for providing us with this box from them, the Pina Colada box giveaway we're going to be doing, which has a whole bunch of smoking supplies for you, including a very cool Pina Colada glass bong with a little straw mouthpiece, wraps, you got some pre-rolls, you got stickers, you got the little Q-tips with the alcohol to clean out your shit after you smoke on it, lighters, all kinds of shit right here live. We're giving this shit away today. All you have to do is call in and play a game we call Stupid Easy Trivia. I'm going to give you a countdown, a 60-second countdown. All right. And from there, we're going to see how many questions you can get correct. I feel like that's pretty easy, right?
Ready?
It should be. It should be. I don't know. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. I know right now that I'm a little nervous. I got my questions up. Holy shit. I wasn't even
Here we go. Giddy up.
I wasn't even ready. To be blunt. Okay.
We're ready. It's your show.
To be blunt, what's your name? Where are you calling from? Listen, Chris, and stop it.
Who the fuck do you think it is?
Yes! Donna! My bitch!
Oh, Donna,
I've got my
Donna.
8-year-old niece in the back of my trailer because I got sand out on my front porch. I'm like, did he say call yet? Did he say call yet?
You were waiting the whole time for the call?
You damn right I was.
Oh my God.
Well, no, for about 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. I'm not that fucking dedicated. I've been watching the
Oh God, I freaking love you.
I'm not that fucking dedicated. Wow.
I have been watching the show though, but I ain't gonna stand outside any longer than I have to.
All right.
I don't believe you. You made your way in.
So Donna, you know how the game goes.
Absolutely.
You know, I had to unfortunately play through this terrible YouTube ad first while I do this to get my timer up because you prematurely had me go. And listen, you're gonna get a minute, all right, a minute countdown, and I'm gonna ask you a series of questions. You're gonna answer as many as you can. Kristen, could you keep track of how many I mark as correct and how many I mark as incorrect?
My job. Hold on.
Listen. I mean, Lou can do it too. I mean, do it. All right. This is how you're gonna know. I'm not gonna say right or wrong. If she's right, she's gonna get that. That's all right.
Do I get to just watch?
That's it. So that's right, wrong. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna hit the buzzer or the ding, and we're gonna keep moving. All right. Speed round. She looks a little unsure, but I think we're gonna be good here. So Donna, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I hope so because I'm nervous right now. I'm nervous because I'm only nervous because you beat me last time. You know.
Well, I want to beat you again.
Yes, Donna. Girl power. We got this.
All right, Donna. Are you ready?
Yeah, fuck Peezy.
I'm ready.
60 seconds on the clock. I could actually share the timer on the screen. So we can really put it up here. 60-second timer. All right, Donna. Time's gonna start. When I start, I'm gonna start asking questions, and you just list off your answers. All righty?
Okay.
All right. All right, we're about to get started. Let me pull up your questions here.
The game begins in 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. Oh shit, Donna. My bad. Which company uses Santa Claus for advertisements?
Which company's what?
Which company uses Santa Claus for advertisements?
Coca-Cola.
Keep calm and carry on is a slogan of which nation?
United States? Fuck, I don't know.
What's the name of the character that Johnny Depp plays in the Pirates of the Caribbean?
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Where is the Oval Office located in the White House?
In the West Wing.
In a Disney movie, Pocahontas, she has two animal friends, a raccoon and a hummingbird. What is the name of the raccoon?
Get fucked, I don't know that one.
This place is known as the city of brotherly love. What is this city called?
Philadelphia.
What temperature in Fahrenheit does water freeze at?
32.
All right, Donna. Lou says we got 5. You got 5.
All right.
That's impressive, Donna.
I can't even remember the question where you're like, fuck, I don't know. I felt the same exact way.
What damn Pocahontas shit?
Yeah.
Pocahontas shit. What do you mean Pocahontas shit?
The name of the raccoon.
Animal friends' names. I don't know what shit. I just need to remember my own name.
What was the answer to that?
The which one?
I guess the raccoon on Pocahontas?
Oh, that would be Miko.
Miko.
Well, who the fuck knew that?
Not you, clearly.
Not me either.
Not you. All right, Donna, you have 5. We're going to let someone else call in and see if they can beat 5, and we'll see how this goes.
All right. Let's put the juju on them, motherfuckers. This is mine.
All right. Thank you for calling in. Wow, she said the juju.
That was fantastic.
Donna cracks me up every single time. Every single time. So 281-860-384-7110. That's 860-384-7110. If you want to take a crack at stupid, easy trivia, all you have to do is answer as many right in the span of a 1 minute, 60-second countdown. And if you answer more than 5, you can win this amazing box from HemperCo. Live on the air right now, 860-384-7110. Who's it gonna be? Or is Donna gonna walk away? That's the question.
Yeah, where's Mike? I thought he was gonna.
Oh, maybe this is Mike. To be blunt, what's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, man? It's Zach from Connecticut.
It's what?
Zach from Connecticut.
Zach from Connecticut. All right, Zach.
What?
Do you know you understand the rules?
Wait, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
Do you understand the rules?
Yeah.
All right. 60 seconds are going to be on the clock. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Lou and Kristen are going to attempt to keep score. If you're correct, you will get a little ding. If you are incorrect, you get the buzzer of doom.
Lou is going to keep score.
I'm on it.
I'm pretty stoned, man, so I hope I do all right, you know?
The fact that you're stoned is going to make it that much more
You got
better.
this, man. You got this.
That's right. All right. We put 60 seconds on the clock.
All right.
The game begins in 3,
3, 2, 1. All right. In the U.S. version of The Office, what is the name of the city they live in? What is the name of the city they live in on The Office?
Oh, Pennsylvania. Scranton.
How many players are there on a baseball team?
A lot.
That's my answer.
Jim Carrey stars in this 2000 Christmas movie about who's in Whoville. What's the movie called?
Oh, what movie? The Elf?
What is hummus made from?
Chickpeas.
What is the name of the 1993 movie about dinosaurs?
Dude, I just forgot to watch the movie. Jurassic Park.
Who wrote the classic horror book It? Lou, what are we at? 3.
How many people are on a baseball team?
9.
9. That's right.
On the field.
Unfortunately, though, for Sean, or not Sean, but for Zach, you did not beat 5, unfortunately. I'm sorry, but it was a solid attempt, man. I think the weed maybe got the best of you.
Fuck it, dude.
And the Whoville thing was the Grinch. That's my favorite Christmas movie.
It is the Grinch Who Stole Christmas. That is correct. Zach, thank you for calling in, man.
I can't even remember the question, so it's all right.
Thanks, Zach.
I didn't know the baseball one.
Donna's hooting and hollering in the chat. Look at this.
Donna is in the chat hooting and hollering. Oh my God. She said, fuck yeah. She's glad he lost. Donna. That's what's going on in the chat. 603847110. Can one more person maybe beat Donna with 5 correct answers? Or we'll
the number beat.
A winner again. Here on To Be Blunt, that is 860-384-7110. 860-384-7110. 60 seconds on the clock. Who's going to call in? Is anyone going to call in? We'll find out. Donna, with 5, really just blew me out the water there. I did not expect that. But can anybody top?
I was going right there with 5.
860-384-7110. your chance to win a HemperCo smoker supply box. All you have to do is call in and answer more than 5 questions correctly. And you will have, it's more than doable. Donna says she's sweating over here. I think we're gonna have Donna's gonna be it. Donna's gonna be it. Donna's gonna be it.
Nobody's willing to challenge her.
Donna Taylor, congratulations. You have won. Oh my God.
Or do we accept this challenge?
To be blown, what's your name? Where you calling from? Oh, they hung up.
You're gonna be Frank.
We're out to Donna Taylor.
1993.
Made it easy. There's no competition for Donna, clearly.
All right.
Donna Taylor, congratulations. She wanted it more than anyone else.
That
You're going to have a brand new bong coming at you this week. Congratulations, Donna Taylor. Shout out Sean from the CBG Gurus for stopping by, hanging out with us, and giving us an awesome interview. I can't wait to follow up that, get the tour of the farm. Follow them on IG at the CBG Gurus, or check them out online at cbggurus.com. Y'all already know. Luke, Kristen, another successful show tonight. What was that? Like, we did okay? Is that what you were doing? Like, it's okay?
No, it's like a woo. it's in lieu of the
It's like a
peace
woo.
sign. I'm trying to be less basic, so like I'm trendy now.
Donna said she broke the bong on our show 3 weeks ago. Now that's why she needed a new one.
That's perfect, and that's also sad that.
Well, then you're welcome. You guys already know the deal. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe, follow us on all platforms. 2 People Podcast with the number 2. And of course, CTMMP Data, classic_Kristen on Instagram. From, of course, Kristen, Lou, and myself. We love you all. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight and making another successful show. We will see you next week. Same weed time, same weed channel.